I was just really just a fan, and there's so many things to do when you're a kid anyway. So it wasn't like, I was bored or something like that. I mean, at that age, you're getting into the most amount of trouble, and it's the best time of your life. And there's enough schoolwork and house chores and chasing girls and everything else that's going on. So it didn't really. I was rocked by the death of Hendrix. That's really what happened. I was on my way, just having a good time, not really thinking about getting back to playing drums. And the day that Hendrix died, I was suited up to practice with the football team, and I was just about to go on the field, and some other teammate came up and said that he heard that some guy named Jimi Hendrix died, and he thought I was into this Hendrix guy, and I should know about it. And I quit the football team right then and there, and decided I was going to devote my life to guitar, and went home and announced it to my family over dinner. That was an exciting moment. No, I think they were pretty shocked.
Were they?
Yeah. My dad was a really smart guy. They got him out of school, I think, in 10th grade and sent him to NYU. So he was a 16-year-old in college, and so he was an intellectual and an engineer. But his older brother was a musician his whole life, and they grew up in New York City, born in 1917, went through the worst period you could ever live in New York City. Kids of Italian immigrants going through the Depression and the wars and everything. And so my dad always thought, well, he took the intellectual route, but his brother, who he loved, was an accordion player, and his whole life had a wonderful life being a professional musician and traveled the world. And so he thought, great, that'll be fine. Of course, my mother was just thinking, oh my God, he loves Hendrix, and he just OD'd,
Right.
And but I benefited from the fact that it was the end of the 60s, that I was the youngest of 5 kids, and my other siblings had put my parents through everything that you would imagine kids of the 60s would put. So they were kind of tired. And so I think the leniency that it was afforded me was because I was the last one. So they thought, oh, why not? Whatever, let's loosen the reins a little.